I'm Mary. Here we are down by the beautiful Farmington River, which, by the way, flows north. And today we're going to learn how to paddle our own canoe. So, of course, before you begin this or any other exercise program, you'll want to check with your doctor and he'll tell you exercises you should or shouldn't do. Also, you want to wear loose, comfortable clothing so that when you move around, you're not restricted in any way. You'll always want to have water that we drink before, during, and after our time together. And you want to pay attention to your body. If your body is going, whoa, I don't think that's so good for my knee, then don't do it. If we're reaching across or up or out and your shoulders go, whoa, that isn't good for me, pay attention to your body because your body will never lie to you. And you want to make sure you don't bounce or force any move, and always remember to smile. Of course, when we exercise, it's really, really important to eat good nutrition because that will give our muscles with that protein. It can help them grow. Also, we need our vitamins and nutrients. So if we are going to paddle our own canoe, we definitely need to eat well and drink water. So of course, we have to exercise too. So after you've checked with your doctor, gotten some loose, comfortable clothes on, have your water available, you are ready to go. So if you're ready, I'm ready, and we'll go. Before we start the program, you'll want to run around the house and see if you have something like a broom. So we're going to be working with a broom on one hand, and then we're going to switch it to the other because that's where a little bit of the weight is. Okay? So we're going to get ready. We have this handy dandy. And now we need to get our muscles all warmed up. So we're going to start by marching. When you do a march, you want to land on the ball of the foot and then the heel. Your chest is up, your bellies are in, our shoulders are back and slid down our backs. We're going to add the arms. So we're marching and then we're going to march wide. We're getting the large muscles on our body all warmed up so we can learn to paddle our own canoe marching wide. Now we're going to step touch wide. So we shift the body from one foot to the other. Our shoulders are back and down and wow, we feel just terrific. And we're very, very calm because we're by the beautiful Farmington River. And now we're going to bring the hands across the chest just like we're kind of smoothing out sand. And as we do this, you'll notice we're rolling up onto the ball of the foot, rolling the heel up, rolling the knee and the hip in. Now we're going to make a great big rainbow. So our hands stretch up to the sky and over. This is good to warm up those shoulders. You can roll that knee in and start to turn the body. But it wants to be nice and easy, and you want to make sure that this is just perfect for you. Good job. Okay, let's go low again. Okay, I'm pretty warmed up. Okay, we're going to open and close our hands. And as we do, we're going to bend our knee and bring our heel to our buttocks. There you go. That's it. We're opening and closing our hands because they'll be wrapped around our oar, or in my case, a broom. And I'll show you from the side. When you bring the heel to the buttocks, you want to make sure that the knee that you're working is right under that hip or even a little bit back. That way you stretch out the thigh as you're getting those hamstrings nice and strong. You're doing just terrific. Now we're going to open our hands wide and make a big circle. We're going to change the foot position, bringing the knee up. There we go. Now, by bringing the knee up, we're stretching out that low back a little and our buttocks. We're holding our tummies in nice and tight. You're doing a great job. Let's reverse the circle. Good work. Wow, that's great. Okay, and shake it out, shake it out. Whew, I'm warmed up. How about you? Alrighty. So we don't want to get too warm. So we'll take our sweater off if we're getting warm. If not, don't worry about it. And we'll put it to the side and then we'll grab our broom. Okay, standing nice and tall, ear over shoulder, shoulder over hip, knee right under the hip, and the heel and ankle under that. Nice and tall, shoulders back and down. We're going to hold our broom. Now remember, the heavy part's right here. And we're going to touch alternate heels without snapping the knee. So it's going to be a nice, easy touch. There you go. So we're not snapping the knee at all. We're just touching. And when we grip our broom, we want to make sure that we do not squeeze too tightly. So it wants to be a very loose grip. It will help a lot if your hands are balanced, and then you won't have to grip so hard, especially on the lighter part. Okay, let's bring the broom down to our thighs, and then we're going to bring the broom right up to our shoulders. Okay, actually this is our paddle because we're paddling in our own canoe, right? Okay, here we go, up and up. Good. Now we're working the muscles that are right in the front of the upper arm, our biceps, and when these muscles are strong, then we can carry in big bags of groceries, pick up little kids, refrigerators, and small cars. So it's good to have nice, strong biceps. There you go, you're doing great. Now we're going to relax the hands down. Instead of bringing the heel forward, we're going to bring the toe back just a little bit. It's just a touch with the toe. Then we'll rotate the hands, palms down. Got it? Shoulders are relaxed and down. Now the toe goes back and our arms go up. That's it. Good job. Now we don't bring our hands any higher than shoulder height. That's it. Good work. Wow, you're doing great. But it's easy to do great on a beautiful day, isn't it? You know, when you exercise, it's one of the best things you can do, not only for yourself, but for the people who love you and for the people who you love. Taking care of yourself is really important. Now we'll hold the broomstick down, very loose grip, and we're going to touch behind. So it's kind of like a curtsy. There you go, and then we'll swing the broom or the oar, either or, either or, and we're going to bring the oar from one side to the other. So in the beginning, this is kind of fun because it's nice and loose. And then we focus on taking one hand and pulling the broom up and the other hand pulling it up. There you go. So let's focus on the pull. Up, up. There you go. You've got it. And now we're going to change the focus. We're going to take the bottom hand and push the broom up and push the broom up. And that feels a lot different. Wow, this is so cool. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside. You're doing just great. Remember, always listen to your body. And if your body says this is not a good idea, we certainly want to honor and respect that. Great job. Okay, let's go back to a march. Whew! And we're going to give our arms a little break. So we take this roly-poly handle and we put it right between our hands and we just roll, roll, roll. There you go. Roll, roll, roll your broom. No, only pulling. Okay, that gives our hands a break. And now we grab the broom again. This time, the broom is on this side. Palms are up, hands are about shoulder width apart. Nice tall posture, and alternate toes reach front. So this time you're going to reach with the toe. Point the toe. Again, your posture is nice and tall, and we're going to bring our fingertips right up to our shoulders, keeping our elbows right down underneath our shoulders. Always do your best. And remember always, if your body says this is not a good idea, most certainly we pay attention. Great. So of course this is working the joint of the elbow, and our grip is very loose. You can see it's only my thumb and the base of my pointer finger that are holding the broom. Of course, that's quite likely because this is very light. If you have something heavy, it might be a little more difficult to have as loose a grip as I have. Okay, now we're gonna hold it by our thighs. We're gonna rotate the hands, palm down again. And again, we're doing toe back. Our shoulders are back and down. But this time, we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna let one hand come to our hip on the outside, and the back of the other hand sweeps forward. So the beauty of working with something like our oar or our broom is that it keeps our hands equidistant apart. So the toe goes back, our shoulders are relaxed and down, and we think, gosh, this is just terrific, isn't it? Down by the riverside. Okay, so we're working the shoulders now, and we're working the hip a little bit as we reach back with that toe. You're doing just great. Thanks for joining me today. Let's hold the broom right here. Now remember in the beginning when we did our hamstring curls and we pulled the heel as close to the buttocks as we could? Well, we're going to be doing that again. So we get a nice stretch. Remember, we want to pull the knee and the thigh back a little bit, but we don't want to arch the back. So we're going to pull the belly in, making sure that back is nice and flat. Now that we have the lower body in good order, let's add the upper body by pulling our arms up, shoulder height. There you go. You've got it. So now we're working our shoulders, and this is going to help us lift stuff up. Whenever I do this exercise, I always think of taking those wet towels out of the washing machine and giving them a shake before I put them on the clothesline. Or sometimes in the dryer. Good work. The elbows come up, we feel it in our shoulders, and then we say to ourselves, oh, I've had enough of this. So then we let it relax. Ah, that's great. And we're gonna stretch out our hands again before we go to the next move. This time, instead of putting it between our hands, we're gonna lay it right on our thighs. So we step wide, bend our knees, making sure our buttocks go back and the weight is on our heels, and we're gonna roll the broom, making sure the buttocks go back and the weight goes on the heels. We keep our chest lifted, and even though we're looking like we are really relaxing the fingers and hands, by pushing the buttocks back and the weight being on the heels, we're now doing a squat. There you go. So this is strengthening the thighs. Having strong thighs is really, really important, especially if you want to run up the stairs. Even getting up from a couch that is nice and squishy and soft, you need strong thighs. Okay, it looks like you're ready. So we're going to take our broom and we're going to bring it right behind our back. Chest is lifted up, and this time the palms are back. We hold our broom again a little wider than shoulder and hip width apart, and we just sweep it side to side. As soon as the broom goes behind us, our chest opens up, and automatically we just feel terrific. Our chest is opening up, the front of the shoulders, and we're going side to side. This is just terrific. Now we're having so much fun with this, we're going to step, touch in. Step, touch in. So you only touch that toe and then step back out. And we're thinking, you know, this is great. I wonder if I can do more. Sure you can. We can travel with this by taking 4 counts, step together, step, touch, traveling to the river. Here we go, but not in it. 1, 2, 3, and touch. 1, 2, 3, and touch. Pull and pull the broom. 1, 2, 3, and touch. Pull, 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 and hold. Pull, 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 and hold. There you go. That's just terrific. And with the chest open up, it sure feels great, doesn't it? You're doing great. Pull the broom to the river and hold. To the woods and hold. To the river and hold. One more time. You're doing just great. And hold it here. Ah, step, touch, wide. Now, remember when we did our upright row? pulling it up in front of our chest and hips. Now we're going to do it right behind us. So we're still going to do the heel to buttocks. That stretches out this muscle. Our knee is back slightly. We're working the muscle on the back of the leg. And we go, pulling our elbows up and up. La 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 la. There you go. You've got it. That's terrific. Good job. This is kind of hard sometimes, but you're really doing well. We only have 4 more, thank heavens. 3 more sets, 2 more, and wow, you're done right now. Boy, my shoulders really got a workout. So I'm gonna hug my arms and hug the broom, stretching out my shoulders. Now another good stretch using the broom for your shoulders, and we're marching. You don't have to. You can just pick up one heel and then the other, or shift the weight side to side, whatever works best for you, because we're going to do a stretch now for our shoulders. Now, some people like to hold the big end, some people like to hold the little end. I like to hold the big end. What I'm going to do is bring it up in front of me and then lift my elbow up, and the stem or the handle is right behind me. So my other hand grabs it, and we pull the elbows back, nice and tall, head high. And now we're going to take this top hand by the river and pull it up. And when we do, the bottom hand comes up. So this is a really good stretch for the arms. We want to really focus on keeping that top elbow up. Good work. Now if you say to yourself, this is good, but I really like a little more stretch. If that's the case, take your hands, walk them closer together, keeping the elbows high, and pull up and down. There you go. That's just terrific. Good work. Good work. This is kind of hard, isn't it? And remember, if it gets hard, you can bring your hands farther apart and do it again. So what we want to focus on is really keeping that top elbow high. Good work. And now relax it down. Wow! Boy, that really worked my shoulder. So I'm going to take the arm that I just worked, bring it across my body, bring my other hand underneath, and I'm going to give this arm a hug, because this arm did so well. Then we're going to press the shoulder down and look over that shoulder. Feel a nice stretch in the neck, and look back over the other way, and slowly come back to center. That's great. So the good news is you're done with this side. The bad news is you've got another side. So take the broom, over your head you go, keeping that top elbow up. Reach behind. Oh boy, sometimes it is hard to get that other end. There you go. So when you start this, you want to start with your hands wide apart. Got it? And we're going to go up and down. Top hand pulls up. Good work. And again, remember, you don't have to be marching if this is difficult for you. Or if you're in a chair and it's hard to do this, you could take something small, like maybe a yardstick, or you could even take a towel in the top hand, drape it behind you, and pull up and down. We want to keep nice and flexible. Remember that little trick. If it's too easy, walk your hands together and pull up and down. And wow, that makes a huge difference, like a giant difference. Good work. Wow, that's so good. And relax down. So we want to give that arm a hug, and we do it by taking our free arm, coming underneath, and giving that arm a nice hug. And then we push the working shoulder down and look over that shoulder. That's it. And then turn and look over the other shoulder. That's great. So we want to stretch our neck too. And we relax back down. Wow, that was great. How do you feel? I feel great too. What we have to do is we have to row now. Okay, so we have our row, our oar, either or. I love that. Okay, And we're marching, marching, marching. Okay, got it? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a lunge forward. So that's a great big step. When you're working on your lunge, start small. So we're working the lower body. We're going to lunge front. So our feet stay hip-width apart, and we take one foot and take a step forward and then change feet. A step forward. Now you'll notice when we step forward, the back heel comes up. Stepping forward. Good. Stepping forward, heel toe. That's it. Good work. So our lunge is done with our feet hip-width apart. And when we lunge, we don't want to lunge like we're on a tightrope, because balancing isn't really the goal of what we're doing today. That is a good one for balancing, but that's not our focus. We keep our feet hip-width apart. Then we take our broom and we pull it on the outside of the front or the lead leg. So it's just like we're rowing and rowing. So we push the water back, push the water back, push the water back. Great. And we lunge forward and push the water back. Very nice. You've got it. Wow, if there's ever a rowing competition, I want you on my team. Push that water back, push that water back. Wow, this is invigorating. Push the water back, push the water back. Good job. So we're using our shoulders, we're using our elbows, and of course we're gripping our broomstick, but we're not squeezing too hard because we don't want to elevate our blood pressure, no siree. And now we go right back to marching. Wow, that was fantastic. Don't you feel great? So we were rowing, one arm forward and back and the other arm forward and back. Now we're going to lunge to the side. So when you lunge to the side, you imagine that you're right between two pieces of plexiglass. So we step out a little, good, and then step out a little in the other direction. Step out a little, step out a little. So when we do a lunge or any kind of move that requires an increased range of motion, we always start small. And then when we get very comfortable and our muscles are all loosened up, then we can make it larger. Good. So it's a soft knee, and we want to make sure this knee doesn't roll in. Good. So we're going to flip our broom over. So the heavier part is here, but of course our hands are well balanced in the middle. When you lunge, you want to make sure the weight is on the heels. Good. Okay, here we go. Let's row. Push the water away and push the water away. Now this row can become a figure eight, where we push out and up, push out and up. Always do your best, and listen to your body. If your body's saying, I do not like this exercise, we need to honor that. Good work. And if you're getting a little tired, just don't go out as much. Always make it so it works for you. Down and out and up, down and out and up, down and out and up. Wow, you're doing great. Push and push and push. Beautiful. And done. Wow, that was pretty terrific. How are you feeling? I'm feeling pretty good myself. So we're going to put our broom down because we are done with that. We're going to interlace the fingers and push the palms down, lifting the chest up nice and high. Good work. And now we're going to march a little wider, a little slower, and then we're going to keep the feet planted. Wow, you did so well today. I'm really happy you joined me. We had a great time together. There you go. Slowly bring the hands up. Try to relax the shoulders. Now you're going to look straight ahead. Start rolling up on the toe, rolling the knee and the hip in. As you look straight ahead, you're turning your body around your head. So believe it or not, this is also a neck exercise. How cool is that? Pretty doggone cool. Then we come back to center, our body weight shifts, and we bring our hands so they're really just about a foot from our body. We lift one elbow and then the other elbow. Our knees are slightly bent, and we can get a nice stretch this way because we've really worked those shoulders. Good, good. And now our elbows are going to push back and lift up and come over because we really work those shoulders. So this is like almost begging for forgiveness. Please forgive me, little shoulders. And relax those hands. And now your hands just loosely come out and kind of flop to one side. Again, rolling up on that toe, rolling the knee in. This protects your back from any like torquing or twisting. Then we're going to straighten the legs a little bit and bend one arm and bring the fingertips across the body to the shoulder. And then we're going to lift the shoulder up, and then we're going to comb our beautiful hair. Great job. And then we're going to backstroke. This is a good practice exercise when you're rowing, because if you capsize, you're going to want to know how to get back to shore. This would be good. And then slowly relax the hands down by the sides. Pull one shoulder up and reach down. You want to imagine you're between two pieces of plexiglass, and you're reaching down the outside seam of one pant leg and then the other. Not leaning forward, not leaning back, pulling the shoulder up, and with the hand rotated back, the thumb goes from the hip right up the ribs to the armpit, lifting the elbow up. And now we're going to turn and reach to the sky. Slowly come back to center. Turn and reach to the sky. And slowly come back to center. That was so fabulous. We're going to want to stretch the back. Slight bend in the knees. Again, get those hips back. Hands on the thighs. Tuck the hips in and round the back like an angry cat. Lift the head and flatten the back. Tuck the hips in. This feels so good on your back. And then flatten the back. What a good job you did today. Tuck and round and flatten. That was excellent, excellent. Then we're going to want to bring one heel forward, push the buttocks back, and put your hand right on the bent knee. Flat back comes forward a little bit, and you'll feel a nice stretch in the hamstring. Good job. Then you're going to take this leg, reach back with it, toe down, bring the hips forward, and keeping the heel down, you're going to feel a stretch on the calf, bottom of the lower leg. And then we roll up on the toe, pulling the knee in, tucking the hips in, coming down, stretching out the thigh. You did so well today. Oh, yeah. And then slowly we come up, pivot right around. Bring the back foot halfway in, front toe up. Hand sandwich. Here's a piece of bread, here's a piece of bread. Here's the hand sandwich. Softly and slowly we push the buttocks back, lifting the front toe. Slight bend in the back knee, pushing those buttocks back, and the chest comes down. There you go. Stepping onto that foot, back foot steps back. Good work. And stretch. We've already done that one. So now we bring it forward, and the leg that was forward now goes back. We bend the front knee, keeping the back heel down, stretching out that calf. Nice tall posture. Then we roll up on the toe, pull the knee in, tuck the hips in, and come down. Yaha! Slowly up, the hands come behind the back. We open up the chest. We take a great big breath in, and as we exhale, know that all will be well. Great job. See you soon.